can digital dentistry transform your life, your smile, your face, everything? Well, we are lucky today to have Dr. Kamel, one of the top prosthodontists on the East Coast, and I am honored to call him my friend. Welcome to the Wonder Tooth Podcast, Dr. Kamel.
Thank you so much for having me today. Again, pleasure to be with you and with your audience all the time.
So let's talk about digital dentistry.
All right. So what does it mean by digital? So, since the introduction of the TVs and you have the movies and you have the pictures there in the screen, once you have the picture on a screen controlled by a computer and a software, I can change anything. I can do modification for anything. So the concept was used outside dentistry for a long time, but it introduced really seriously in a under the name of CAD/CAM, the computer aided manufacture, in 1989. And since then, the dentistry come more and more interested in the use of the digital. So think about it. In order to use your teeth to restore even a tooth, I have to take impression so I can work on it on my bench. So I have to transform your mouth into a working model on my bench. So we used to take impression, upper and lower, and take the bite and use a device called articulator to simulate the tooth, the jaw movement. And I have this articulator on my desk. Then I can work to do something outside your mouth because I cannot get you into the oven. The patient cannot get to the oven. I can do the things, put it in the oven and put it back in your teeth, and I expect to work in your mouth. So how I can do that differently? So if I take a digital picture, now it's a video, it's a scan. So we use the intraoral like camera, we call it iOS camera, that can capture details of our mouth and bring it to screen or computer screen. So now all this information that I can transfer it to the mouth. I can work, and virtually I can develop the crown. I can create or design a crown or bridge or a full mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And predictably, I can restore it in your mouth. So this digital impression can help us in many, many ways. So imagine that we have half of the mouth missing. With the AI technology, I can predict the other half of the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And I can put it together and it's gonna work. Because when we take the scan, it is in respect to the joint here. So I just overlay my design teeth, like I design the teeth to just mimic the existing teeth, even if I have a 1, 2 teeth area. I can just simulate and predict with the AI how the tooth is gonna look like. I can exactly copy the existing tooth. If I am missing one hole here, I can exactly copy with the AI technology the missing tooth. How? So it's a magic tool that predictably, if we use it in the right way, predictably, I can have a restoration that can match exact the form, the size, the length, the 3D size, the color, everything that can make our patient happy. So this is very important tool in our like my career. So how we use it? So how we use the digital technology in our daily process in our dental office. So we have to develop something called digital workflow. So we're gonna hear digital workflow. Digital workflow means a workflow that can have a certain visits, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 visits that from you have to follow from start to finish to have a predictable restoration. So a patient come here missing one tooth, okay? I'm gonna scan, first visit scanning, no impression, no gagging, nothing. We're gonna scan the tooth, the arch, the tooth, scan the opposite, we're gonna scan the bite. So I have the mouth in my screen. Then the patient leave, okay? So after we do the preparation, give him the temporary, whether the temporary was a digital technology, because after we take the scan, we can fabricate a crown like you do, Radwa. We take the scan and fabricate a crown in the same day. This is the help of the digital technology. With a milling machine or was a 3D printer, okay? And the patient leave with a temporary crown in the mouth. But the information stays in my computer, and I can send it to my designer or my lab. They call themselves designers now, and they can design the missing tooth. And then next time, they're gonna send the final. So the patient will leave with a 3D printed crown with the help of the digital dentistry, and the patient will have the new crown with the help of the digital dentistry. And this is for a single tooth. So how about complete arch restoration? It's the same thing. We take, even if the patient has half of the mouth missing and half of the teeth missing, we can design exactly with the AI the new teeth and make the temporaries, then we can make the final teeth. So with the help of the digital dentistry is crazy, and the sky has no limit.
You also mentioned as a prosthodontist that you restore also like basically missing parts of the body. I guess you can use AI in that as well and digital dentistry.
Yeah. Yes, but if the patient missing half of the mouth, half of the maxilla from a cancer, so we can, so that the surgeon reconstruction, we can use digital impressions. We can scan with the help of the 3D, even with the help of the 3D, the CAD cam, the um, the CAD cam technology, always using of the X-ray machine, the 3D machine. So we can predict or design the missing part, and we send it to a lab that can fabricate the missing part, 3D print the missing part. And they can use it for reconstruction. And from our side, I can, after they reconstruct the mouth from my side, I can use this to scan the mouth and make the restoration, predict the restoration based on the AI technology, and it's gonna exactly fit the patient mouth. And simply, if I have one side of the mouth in this curve, I can predict the other curve with the AI, and I just rely on it, and I can design my restoration based on the AI technology. Every single planning, even for the tooth, from single tooth to a full mouth, depends on AI technology, because it has a reference. Can the computer with the software develop the missing image very predictably, and we can 3D print it and try it in the mouth first as a temporary, and then move towards a final.
That's fantastic. And I know you were faculty at Rutgers before. So what is like? Give me 3 points that you would like any dentist, any general dentist, endodontist, anybody who is in the dental field to learn.
So I think now with all technology, any dentist should learn how to scan the mouth instead of taking regular impression. Okay, some cases, yeah, very minimum cases, like I would say less than 1%, we have to take impression, like to fabricate something. But in the rest of the cases, 99 cases, that if you can scan and you have information, first visit with the patient, if first dental clinic, you scan and you have all the information there. Because if anything happened after that, I can go back and I can print it. I can go back and I can design design it, because this is a very important. It's a permanent record. When we used to have impressions, we cannot keep it there for more than 3 5 years.
Yeah.
Now I can keep it for life,
Mhm.
and because of the cloud, you can, as a patient, you can have a copy of it, because some, God forbid, if the provider is just retired, close the office, so you need your record. It's very easy to get your records,
Yeah.
very easy. So any dentist should know, or should use, or should have a scanner with any type in his office, to scan, to start using the scanner and introduce himself to the digital technology. Dentures now.
Mhm.
Dentures, very, very, like, it used to be a very, very big problem. Um, Patient lose their dentures, and we talk about printed dentures. We cannot print the denture without the technology of scanning. We cannot print the denture without scanning. Printing coming from a digital image, with a digital image, you have to use a scanner. You have to have a scanner in your mouth, in your
Yeah.
office. Other things like emergency. If I don't have digital image, I cannot deal with the emergency, because I have to send to the third party with a lab.
Yeah.
But I
True.
can deal with the emergency here, because every software, like 3Shape, everything, every software, it has something to teach you how to design the missing.
Yeah. And
With
it happened to my patients, like actually a lot of times, especially front teeth, they will come and they broke the front tooth. I had once, he's a doctor and he's a speaker, and he was like, I have an event tomorrow. I'm speaking at the event. My front tooth is broken. Help, literally. And I said, just come, we're going to squeeze you in. And you're right. I scanned his teeth and I made a copy of the other one and I kind of flipped it over, and boom, we have two teeth that are looking exactly symmetrical.
okay.
Regarding the dentures that are, that's a funny story though. So actually two stories. I have a lot of story, guys. So one of my patients, I give him upper denture and a lower partial denture. He was happy. Oh, they're nice, they're comfortable, and he loves to go fishing, you know, the Jersey Shore. So he went fishing. Somehow he put the denture, I guess, I don't know what he was doing. He decided to put the denture on the car, on the outside of his car. Went fishing. Okay, it's getting dark. Started to drive. And then he's like, oh my God, my teeth. And he went back with his phone. You know, it's a true story. It is probably going to listen to me now. I'm not going to say your name, but you know who you are. And he went and checked, and he brought it back like pieces. And
Hmm.
I said, what were you thinking? What was that? I mean, eventually we got it, but he was always like, that particular thing is costing you a lot of money, so make sure you guys keep your dentures in your mouth or put it in a container if you're not using them.
Yeah. So with a 3D printer, it's very easy.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you another true story, that a patient, well, she was in Florida in Disney, and she lost her front crown, the temporary crown. So I'm not there. Okay.
Yeah.
So I printed for her crown, ship it wherever hotel she was there. She got it. I told her to go to the CVS, get the cement,
Wow.
and she has beautiful texture there. So
Good.
it's it's a very, it has no limit. So you can use the digital technology. If you don't have the digital information, capture the digital information, you will be tired. You cannot help your patient. But if you
Mm-hmm.
have it, you can think, okay, so I can do this with design, because the design is there. So I can just print it over and over and over and over again, and help our patients.
Yeah.
So
That's
another thing that, if I take the bite, so the privilege of the bite. So if I have a patient, there is no teeth in one side. Just
mm-hmm.
imagine how I gonna, if I take the upper impression or lower impression, I have to cast like a regular way. How gonna put them together? I can't. I have to use an articulator. I have to
Mm-hmm.
mount the case now.
Mm-hmm.
But if I scan the bite in the patient mouth, I have the bite. Even if it doesn't have a space, it will hold, because the mouth It can hold with one
Yeah.
tooth and link with the other thing, because I have the mouth will be my articulator. So if I scan the bite, it is there. It's very easy to rely and design the teeth without extra steps to take the mountain to get articulate. And usually mounting the teeth together usually have errors, and this has zero errors. So digital dentistry and digital bite can help us to even restore very like big missing teeth, like a full mouth restoration with confidence. And you don't have to control the bite. We don't have to mount the case together. You don't have to take care of this space. You always can do it much more easier and more productive. So it helps us, even now more general dentists can do more full mouth cases or more aggressive cases because of the help of digital dentistry, because the screenshot or the video can control everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's a good service for the patient, but it's also, it makes it a lot easier for the dentist. So it's a win-win for both of us.
Of course, because all of this help help that means they're going to help our patients, because time
Mm-hmm.
time is very important. You can save the patient time. More predictable restoration, meaning that when you put the restoration, you don't have to adjust it too much. The patient doesn't have to come after delivery for adjustment after adjustment after adjustment. And I see it more for the dentures as well. Okay, the accuracy of the capturing of the information is just almost 100%. Okay, so once you have 100% process accuracy, the the management of the patient and the visits would be much shorter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody, I think at this point, you should be looking for a digital dentist, like a dentist who is actually using digital dentistry, not back in the Stone Ages. I understand some people, like to stick with their dentist for like 30, 40 years. But if you are gonna start looking for a new dentist, maybe start looking for somebody who is actually using digital dentistry in their office, because this is like the next generation. Like this is the next step. Yeah, the future.
Yeah, I think it's the current. It's a current, and definitely the future will bring us more, because as I said, always digital density or digital technology has no limit, has no the sky's the limit. We just began that. But back to your point, if the dentist doesn't use the technology to help the patients and is still in the dark ages, that means that he doesn't care about his patients. It's just because the digital technology now can it's not only money. It's yeah, it cost the cost is not relevant now, because you need to be accurate. Good dentist need to be accurate. He wants always to be on right in the spot. You want to deliver the crown with minimum adjustment. We
Yeah.
want to deliver things with minimum adjustment and follow up. Follow up is just waste for you, time for you, and for the patient. Patient doesn't want to come. Okay, doesn't only come because he has to come. The follow up visit has to be very like minimum. So with the accuracy that delivered by the digital dentistry, our office will be more like like predictable and efficient, and the patient we're gonna have the best service, because three
True.
four visits are done,
It's
not
true.
100 visits. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true. Well, we are a fully digital dentist office in Princeton, and I know Dr. Camel is in Woodbridge, New Jersey, but feel free to contact us. I'm going to put the contact information at the show notes below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and follow us, because we're going to have very exciting episodes coming up. And thank you very much, Dr. Camel. That was
Thank,
very nice.
thank
Always
you.
a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
And don't forget to take care of your teeth so that they can take care of you. Okay? Let's keep brushing and flossing and keep smiling with Dr. Saad. Have a good one, everybody.